Hey gals and guys, we're back. We're gonna get to this in a minute, but I wanted everybody to know that I am not in a shed or a garage. This is a mobile home that I picked up, so I've got a lot of work cut out for me between this chopper, that chopper, and as you can see, I got this mobile home for free for a reason. um, it needs a lot. Like, I can't even hook up to the grid. So what I did was just a quick overview of what's going on around here. I don't know if you can see that from here, but if you look right there, I got the Harbor Freight Thunderbolt 100-watt solar kit. I've got the wires from that running, blah 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 blah, up and around over the door. I installed that door, by the way, because I needed something. But anyways, we got a charge controller right there. I've had it for a couple months, and I'll tell you what, I was a little skeptical, like get what you pay for kind of thing, but this thing's been pretty good, man. You know, I watch a little TV, right? That little guy right there. I've got a Blu-ray player. I can watch movies, and it ran for 12 and a half hours, like straight. Now, some of that, I'm going to say about 5 hours of that was when the sun was out. When the sun went down, so, you know, there's, what, roughly 5-6 hours in there somewhere, you know, something like that, where it ran with no sun, and it was just straight off. The battery, which is solar battery from Harbor Freight, just a 12 volt, I want to say 35 amp hour. And then this here is from Walmart. It's 400 watt power inverter. So it works, you know. I can charge phone. I've got a light right here that came with the Harbor Freight kit. I got a switch, I'll turn it on. So right now everything's powered on that. And then I have a generator I picked up at a pawn shop. It was like 250 bucks. And that thing fires right up, one pole, and she's running. I'm happy with it so far. I've used it quite a bit to run some power tools and whatnot. So anyways, just so you guys know, it's work in progress. It's my kerosene heater. Anyways, we're gonna walk back this way through the mess. That's my shed for now. Tools and stuff like that. I think, is it in here? I don't know if it's in here. It might be. Yep, it is. I have to move this box. So what we're going to do, this is my plan. I've got this motor kit that, well, it's not really a kit. I'm making it into a kit because I did some work on this girl's bike a lot, like over last summer, and she's like, I don't have any money. I'm like, I don't want any money. No, it's cool. I don't do things for money except my job. But anyways, in this box is a bicycle motor. She said she got from somebody, and she's never going to do anything with it. She said, do you want it? And I'm like, all right, sure. This isn't the box that she gave it to me, and it didn't even come in a box. I had to go pick it up. I had a backpack at the time, so I threw it in the backpack. And so this is what the motor that's on the West Coast came in. So I packed it in here, and what we're going to do, I'm going to pull this out. I don't know if I can do this. Here, I apologize. I need to get a camcorder or something, huh, guys? So bear with me a second. I'm going to pull this out, and we're going to go check it out. Okay, sorry about that. I'm gonna fix this problem, I promise. One thing at a time, I guess, huh? So, I don't know if I mentioned it in my first video that I had this motor, and everything that I upgrade on this motor, like carburetor I took off, which was the stock, I put a new one on. I'm not even sure if I'm happy with it. I can't get it to idle down for some reason. I'm going to figure all that out. If you guys have any suggestions, leave it in the comments below. Help me out. Because, like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. I know these motors aren't that difficult. And I'm familiar with motors, how an engine works. But, you know, that doesn't mean I'm an expert. So, I don't know if I can do this. I'm going to try. You know what? I actually have, if I can find it, there it is. I made this a couple years ago. It's a phone stand. Let's see if we can make this happen. God, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Let me set this down. Let's see how we can do this. Oh, yeah. Kind of works, huh? Alright, so let me pull this out. I think that's the motor. God, it feels like it. There's a bunch of other crap in here. I don't know. Nuts, bolts. That's okay. This is the new muffler. Chain guard that we disregard. Okay, cool. So, let me pop that open. Here's what we've got. Guys and gals, gals and guys. Check it out. So here's the motor. Let me pull that out. I noticed that this is one of the crappier kind because what do they call it? The 6 mil or something. And on that one, it's got 8 mil, or I believe. Don't quote me on any of that. So these are gonna have to be replaced because that one's bent. Wait, sorry about that. These are gonna have to be replaced. This one's got a bend to it. A little bit of a bow in it. So, but anyways, I'm gonna use it anyway. We're gonna build it. It may not go. Might put it on the OCC for a little bit until I get another motor. It's all about money and time, right? But anyways, this is it. I did have a spark plug in here at one time, and I checked for compression. It does have compression. So that's good. It moves, piston goes up and down. So it's not locked up or anything, which is always a good news. Always good news. But yeah, I'm gonna take the old carburetor from that motor, put it on here. I've got a chain. Should be here today. That muffler was to this motor. This is a new muffler that's to that motor, but thing is I didn't want to cut the new one, so what I did was I had to cut. I didn't have to, but with my resources and what I have available, this is what I had to do. So I cut obviously the muffler in half, maybe a little more than in half. And then I had to weld this cap back on because it is freaking loud without that cap on. It's still a little loud, but definitely not as loud as it is without it. So I welded the cap back on. I'm not a welder by any means, so don't judge on my welding non-abilities. So anyway, that's what I did there. And I want to get a flex tube exhaust because I'd like to get the pedals back on this, but for now it's cool. That's where we're at with that. Oh yeah, back to over here. I did put the hub adapter on, and I went with the 32 tooth sprocket. And I took it for a spin this morning. went and got me a energy drink, and man, this thing it's running pretty good actually. I'll have to fire it up for you guys, and I've got a bicycle phone mount thing, so maybe I'll do a recording of that and let you guys check that out. I'm pretty excited. It's been a long time since I've messed with motors. They've come a long way. Hope they keep doing stuff and doing these upgrades and making it easier for us. But it's an addiction for sure if you're into it. And if you're not, get into it. It's fun. So, with that being said, I've got, again, I'm going to show you guys this. I'm going in circles here, but from the first video I was saying I want to put a disc brake on here. So I'm going to have to take this wheel off, and then I'm going to play around with the idea. I seen a guy, I don't know if I mentioned it in the first video, but I seen a guy do it on an OCC on the front wheel, where he drilled into the hub, because there's plenty of meat there. I still don't know if I like that idea, but if that's my only option, then that's what I'm going to do. Because this is not a freewheel. It's a coaster brake. As you can see, I took the sprocket off, which is right there. And I still have the lock ring, C-clip, whatever you want to call them. This guy, I have all pieces to it still. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to just have to drill the holes, bolt it to that, maybe shim it out. I don't know yet. I'm going to have to figure out how to get the caliper on here. Might have to make a bracket or something. Weld it. Do all that stuff. This is my personal bike. You know, it's going to be my fun, pride, and joy. I really love the style of this bike. It's got sexy curves, and I'm just into that. I do like the OCCs too, but this just is a sexy bike, and it's lighter. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I guess in this case she's cruising a little better since I downsized on the sprocket here. I don't know. Oh, and I did try the chain spring tensioner that mounts to the motor here where the clutch is, or the clutch arm. But trial and error. So these bolts, where did that sucker go? Here it is. These bolts, like that came with the chain tensioner kit. I snapped one off, and it was this top one here, but I got lucky. It snapped right at the head. So when I popped this off and took this back off, I had some thread showing, which like about yay much, and luckily enough I just stuck my fingers on there and turned it, and it came right out. So I got lucky with that. Yeah, I don't know. So I don't think I can use the spring tensioner on there. When I did have it on there, it just wasn't getting enough tension. It's like the chain would slack down, like the spring wasn't good enough, like tight enough or something, strong enough. So yeah, I got rid of that, put this one back on, and I'm gonna try to figure something out. I might do one of them ones where it mounts up here and down here, and it's like that curve. I mean, same kind of deal as this, but it's a bar, and it's got a slot to it. You know what I'm talking about. Come on. Anyways, we're gonna skip through all that. I want to get that. I need brakes. I have no brakes on this right now. Don't ride your motorized bicycle with no brakes. Don't be like me and do it. Just don't do it. It's not a good idea. It can be dangerous. But and I'm not ripping through when I do it, but you know, that's still no excuse. Just don't do it. It's not wise. I'm an idiot. Don't do what I do. So anyways, with that being said, I'm going to cut this video here, try to get my thoughts in order, and figure out what we're going to do. I think I want to try to get the brake on there, or at least get an idea of how I'm going to do this, and hopefully get things lined up and go from there. But alright guys, thanks for tuning in, and all you guys that left comments on the first video, thank you. You know, that's awesome. It's good to know that there's good people out there, and even though I don't know what I'm doing, you know, it's really helpful, and you guys are inspiring too. I did go check out some of your videos and pictures and stuff, and that's awesome. So anyways, if you guys like this, give it a thumbs up. And if you want, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You like free stuff? I like free stuff. It's free. Just do it. Alright? Alright. Peace.